Hey yo, it's Art with Pupcakes. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm drawing the 50 states as people. We're starting strong with the Lone Star State and second in size only to Alaska. Now, Texas isn't your run-of-the-mill, common as cornbread kind of rural state. Despite its country-like small-town atmosphere, there is a vast amount of large cities make up the whole region. But, like any other state, many of its residents have a strong sense of patriotism with its rich culture, such as the Rodeo or Fiesta. Rodeo season in the Lone Star State is as popular as the Super Bowl, and Fiesta will cause mass traffic for the entirety of the multi-week event. If you're visiting Texas, you can't miss out on the #1 pit stop in the state, Buc-ee's. Now, not only does it have a stellar bathroom rating, but one of its locations in Texas marks the largest convenience store in the world. Talk about bringing home everything is bigger in Texas. On the subject of food stops in Texas, with its large community support, H-E-B is the most popular grocery store in the Lone Star State. Random fact that I'm not sure if is common knowledge to non-Texans, but H-E-B stands for Howard Edward Butt, spelled B-U-T-T, the founder of H-E-B. When I first learned what the acronym of my childhood grocery store stood for, the first thought I had was how terribly bullied that dude must have been. Now, enough of my over-enthusiastic bias of my home state, and more on the thought behind the character design. I decided I wanted all of them to have a color scheme matching their flags to make them even more recognizable. I also gave Texas a Ford truck car key just because I love the idea of my sweet but fierce country girl riding around in one. I also gave her a Buc-ee's keychain, which I absolutely adore. In her other hand, of course, I had to give her some H-E-B grocery bags. Here's my take on Texas. I imagine her being the kind of person who calls everyone sugar, but would switch up as fast as greased lightning if you even dare threatening the friend they made 10 minutes ago. Next up is Florida, also known as the Sunshine State. Now, Floridians can get a bad rep because of the Florida man stigma, but you can't forget that it's also where Disney World is located. Well, that could make you think even less of the state depending on who you are. Despite it being called the Sunshine State, when it rains hard, and is the most hurricane/cyclone affected state in the US, which makes sense seeing as they're on the coast. Now, we talked about Texas's staple grocery store, so I thought it would be fitting to include Florida's as well. The most common grocer to run into in the Sunshine State is Publix, known for its free cookies, delicious pub sub sandwiches, and being clean as a whistle. Not gonna lie, it kinda sounds like Florida's version of Sam's Club, but I don't know, if you're a Floridian, tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. Disney World. That's all I have to say about that. It's not a secret that Florida is the home of Disney World, and thousands of Disney adults. While to anyone else, Disney World is a luxury week-long vacation experience, to a Floridian, it could just be a routine lunch spot. I decided to make my Florida character a Disney girly with a Publix cup and a pet alligator. I actually love how the alligator turned out. He just looks so dog-like or pet-like and cute. I love it. This is the final design. She kind of feels like this coffee culture Starbucks lover who's just always smiling for a Pinterest photo and couldn't be less bothered by the alligator at her feet or the annual hurricane coming for her city. Nueva York, aka the city that never sleeps, where anyone wishing to make it big goes to make a name for themselves. Because, like they say, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. We all know the starving, sleep-deprived New York resident stereotype, who can barely afford a suffocatingly small apartment lacking even a closet, which is technically illegal, but are there still places where the only home for clothes is the convenient armchair in the corner? Yes, there are. Being such a famous state, traffic is crazy and taxis are expensive, which leads most to the underground rat club commonly known as the subway. The subway is very confusing, and I thought mapping out bus routes in Texas was hard. One look at the NYC subway map would be enough to cause an aneurysm. After understanding the horrors that are the subway and the need for quick money, you can probably understand why everyone might be in a rush to make it from point A to point B in a New York minute. which is why I drew my New York personified design, running and multitasking $1 pizza in one hand while trying to navigate a map in the other. There are also a lot of pigeons in New York, so I like to think they are pretty accustomed to the city and have adapted to become little thieves always looking for crumbs. That's why I drew this weirdly scary looking pigeon swooping in to steal her pizza. In the bustling city of New York, this girl is just trying to make it to a job interview as she attempts to climb the corporate ladder in a city where nothing's cheap. Nothing but the pizza, that is. So here's the final lineup. This is gonna be the end of the video. I know it's pretty short, but I'm not sure if this idea will get any traction. So if this video does well, I'll launch the entire 50 state series. I hope you really enjoyed it. I think they all turned out so much like their state and I'm really happy with it. But if you're from any of these states, definitely comment if I got anything wrong. So thanks for watching to the end. Don't forget to subscribe for more cupcake content and see you in the next one. Bye, Lo.